I'm Jamie and welcome to Glowing Beauty Addiction. Today I thought we would partake in some of the online challenges that have been happening on YouTube. So I thought that I would do the Google Picks My Makeup challenge. So far I just have my base on. I have Inglot HD Perfect Cover Up Foundation in 73. I have my Kat Von D Lock It Concealer, and I used the e.l.f. brow pencil for my brows, and I set everything with my Flower Beauty powder. So the rules seem pretty easy. You go into Google and you type in your initials and then look. So we're gonna see what comes up. So, interesting. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. This is what comes up. So I'm seeing blue and pink and orange and green. Quite interesting. So I am going to run to grab some things in this color and see how that goes. Okay, I'm back. I still have no idea what direction I am gonna go with this, but we're gonna figure something out. It's a story about my hair, funny story, as I'm getting... I never wear my hair down, haven't for a long time. Partially because I have kids, and partially because last time I took my boys in for a haircut, I let the barber cut my hair. So I have these very distinct different layers and they drive me crazy. Okay, so since the picture was very pastel-y, what I grabbed was the Karity matte palette, the Karity Unicorn Dreams palette, and the Lorac Los Angeles Pro Beauties Who Brunch palette for eyes. There's a lot of orange and green and pink and light blue, but I chose this matte palette just because it's got some nice base colors and maybe for transition and whatnot. So we will... I forgot my brushes. I'll be right back. Okay, we should be set now. So I will lay down a base with my Kevyn Aucoin base shadow brush that I always use. And I think for a base, I'm going to go in with this Luxuria, just to give it a, although it's very white. You know what, let's go crazy. We're going to go in with Caress, this very white color for a base, just to lay it down and see what becomes of it. I also primed my eyelids with the MAC Paint Pot and Painterly. I am trying to get used to these dark brows, guys, being my hair is so dark. And I was following somebody's tutorial on how to do brows properly, and I feel like I botched them today. They are not my best work. Also, if I have not mentioned it before, these Clean Sweep brushes, or brush cleaner sponges, cannot live without them. I love them, especially if you are using a lot of natural hair brushes. So for transition, let's open up these palettes and see. This is the Unicorn palette, and this is the Lorac palette. Let's go in. There is a lot of shimmer going on here. Let's go into the crease with using my Wayne Goss 16, and I'm gonna go into Mimosa. Sometimes these decisions are the hardest to make. Funny story about Lorac. I've only been into makeup for a year or two. Before that, it was kind of a buy it because I felt like I had to, or I had an event, so I would quick run into Sephora and try not to feel like a fool who didn't know anything. And a few times I'd picked up Lorac products at the Sephora here in Canada. Then all of a sudden they disappeared from Sephora, and you can no longer get Lorac products in Canada. The way I get mine is through Outlook. I love Outlook. You can get some great deals on some good makeup. Or I'm not even sure if you can get them from Ulta or not. So let's go a little bit edgy. Let's go into, let's go for it. Let's go into Cancun, this pink color here, and see, let's see what happens. I may have the strangest of all looks come out of this, but we're attempting it. Before I forget to mention too, it was Nikkie Tutorials that started this challenge. I'll try to link her video down below. I'm also trying to figure out how to have a video showing in the corner of my video, because I found a few tutorials that I would love to try to duplicate, trying to get in on these challenge ideas. Okay, that deepened it up a bit. Let's go into, let's get a little bit of blue and pink going on. So let's go into Fairy Tale in the Unicorn palette, and I'm using my Marc Jacobs The Shadow brush. But yeah, if anybody knows why Lorac no longer is in Canada, would be interesting to know. And for kicks and giggles, I know a lot of people say Lorac for the brand name, and it's Lorac, and it's actually Carol backwards, and that's the owner of Lorac. So just one of those bits of useless data that I carry around in my mind. We are finally getting some sunshine here in Canada, thank the Lord, but now we have mud up to our butts everywhere. But as long as we have no more water issues in the house, I will be a happy camper. I cannot wait to start mowing my lawn and getting out and working in my yard. Okay, so there's also the pink in there, so let's go in with my sooooo. Let's go in to Bloody Mary. Let's see what that does. This is giving 80s vibe. Speaking of, I have just about got all my stuff rounded up for my 80s video. A special request by Dustin Daly. He's probably forgotten about it by now. But that shall be coming soon. What other colors are in this picture here? Orange. Should we do a brighter orange somewhere? That blue turned out more purple. So let's, same brush, go into this blueberry scone in the Lorac palette. Just to brighten up the center here. Okay. There's not purple, there's more pinks than purple. So let's dive into go into this sky in the Unicorn palette. Put that on the outer edge. Let's see what becomes of that. This is one of my GSN Chikuhodo, I don't even know how to say that, brushes. I get them from Beautylish. They come out with gift sets every year around Christmas that I just adore. That's kind of pretty. I'm getting unicorn vibes. Let's step out of the box. Let's go hard or go home. I'm going to go in to this bright orange called Vegas. I may end up changing colors completely through this whole look. Who knows? Let's bring that right around. We'll figure out a way to get that to transition somehow. Let's get a base down to figure out our direction here first off. I've also primed my lips with the NARS lip primer that I use all the time. This is feeling very muted, but yet the picture is very muted, so as much as I could turn this into something louder, I'm not sure that I should. Although pastel colors on camera kind of look, let's take another look. There's just not a whole lot of, this needs to be more tealy blue on the, where can we put tealy blue? Let's go in with this tiny Sigma detailed lip brush. And let's go into this Enchant, this bright, that's breaking the rules. This is tough. You know what? This challenge is harder than a person would have thought. So we got a little bit of green, we got the blue, pink, orange. There is some brighter pink. It might be breaking the rules, but I can't help myself. So I'm gonna deepen that pink. I'm going into this Lumbia, this bright pink in the inner corner here. Let's work it through, kind of, to give it more of a pop. I should have cut the crease to make these pop more. My Little Pony coming right at you. Okay, so let's deepen up that orange a bit by going into NSFW, not safe for work. Just focus that on the outer corner. I'm also trying a new primer today. I got the Origins primer, the cooling one. So I'm giving that a go with my favorite foundation to see how it works. I don't know if anything will ever compare to my Makeup Forever one, but we'll give it a whirl. So for eyeliner, I'm gonna do something crazy. This is where we can have fun. I am gonna go in with a Chikuhodo GSN 11 eyeliner brush and Jeffree Star's Venus Trap. And I'm going to attempt to line my eyes with this. This could be interesting, folks. Coming off as dramatic as what I would have hoped. So let's try a fluffier brush. This is a Crown eyeliner brush. Let's see if we can get some more payoff with this. Yeah. Maybe I should have picked these pastel colors. I tell you what, get them to show is something else. I'm just going to try to stamp it on more. Bring it under. I don't even know if that'll show on camera. I hope so, because it's starting to pay off here. So I have my mask picked out for Sheep-Faced Saturday this week, but I want to know, what do you guys want to talk about? Give me some topics for what you would like to hear me banter about. Of course, I'll be reviewing the mask as well, but I figure you need some chit-chat. Otherwise, sitting and just staring at me waiting for a mask to dry is probably not the most fun thing in the world. Now, if this were a brighter color and not pastels, I would totally wing this out. But being that it's not even going to show up really anyway, and perhaps I'll fast forward this part. Okay, so we've got that. We used the Jeffree Star Venus Flytrap for that pastel-y green for a liner. So, mascara-wise, let's try something new too. I'm going in with my Eyeshadow Lash Alert Mascara. I got this in, can't remember if it was my BoxyCharm or my Ipsy. This is why I don't use this mascara that often. Dang it all. We're gonna let it dry so we don't take off our base. If you want to see that video, it's on my page. My BoxyCharm should be here soon. It takes a long time for BoxyCharm to get here. I don't know if customs rules have changed or something here in Canada, but it's brutal. It honestly is brutal for how long it's been taking packages. Okay, ignore the spot of mascara. I'm trying to. So I think what I'm gonna do is I have this liquid metals gold flaked, but it's a rose gold appearance to it. And being my mascara is wet, I'm gonna see if I can just touch through my lashes. Okay, I don't know if it's showing on camera, but it looks pretty. Why have I never done this before? I'm really wishing I would have had more translucent powder, but I didn't know this was the direction I was going to go. So that is beautiful. It's funny, I have these loose powders and then I end up forgetting about them. They get in the wrong drawer or something. So now I am going to go in with 18 million brushes and not sure which one to use. I think what we're going to do to make things pop perhaps a little bit more is I am going to use my Inglot Duraline, and I'm going to go into with Medusa out of this palette. See if I can get that to show up. There we go. Anyway, I think I mentioned it in my brand banter video that this Duraline from Inglot is amazing. If you want to use a shadow for a liner, or for example in your waterline, it sets it and it will not move. How am I getting mascara everywhere now? My goodness gracious. Anyway, I highly recommend the Duraline. Also, I think I mentioned it in my last video, I got an affiliate link for Inglot, and because I have no clue about anything to do with this sort of stuff, apparently it's 3 different links. So there's a link for getdollied.com, which is for in the States, perhaps international. And that's the one that'll direct you through Inglot, Huda, Suva Beauty, those type of things. Then there's one for getdollied.ca for those of us in Canada, as well as one that goes direct just to Inglot. So from now on in my videos, I'll post all 3 of those links if you're ever interested. It saves you 7%, I believe. I'm still so new with all this stuff. But yeah, if you'd like to take a look, go ahead, and if not, no hard feelings. Anyway, so for, let's go highlight next. I am going to go in with my PopLuxe Double Life highlighter. Now, I had mentioned in another video, unfortunately my highlighters arrived broken, but I have heard back, and there will be replacements on the way for the 2 that were shattered so badly. I did try to repress them, and look at the glow. These are amazing. It just didn't work. I think they were just too battered to repair. This has quick become one of my most gone to highlighters for that glow that is very much, it's not in your face, but it's not subtle by any means either. And it layers nicely. I've used it with brushes, I've used it with my fingers, I've used it with sponges. I haven't found a way not to use these yet. So again, another brand that I can highly recommend. Once I get my other ones, I will definitely let you know what the deal is on those, and if they're as good as this one has been to me. There's that lip brush I was going to use. And this is kind of that peachy color, but it reflects gold, which is absolutely beautiful. I think this would work on any skin tone, honestly. It melds so nicely into the skin and blends so nice. It's buildable. You can't go wrong with it, in my opinion. In my opinion. Some of you will understand that joke. So I think we're getting there. So we've got a highlight that's kind of peachy. So let's do a blush that is pink, just because we can. I'm going to use this Profusion metallized Profusion blush palette that I got for a whopping $6.99 at Winners. I will have another Winners haul video because I was there the other day and picked up a few items. It's pinkish. It's one of those things I love about the So one of the things that I really love about my PopLuxe highlighter so far is the fact that even though like they meld into the skin really nicely and they blend beautifully, they don't, when you're going over with blush or your contour or anything, you don't end up with that poof of gross sparkle or highlight where you don't want it. I love that. Love that about the PopLuxe highlighters. Now for lips, I have 2 colors that I picked out. I'm not quite sure which way I should go. Let's go in with, this is a Sephora brand lipstick. Talk about 80s. This is, I don't know if it'll focus on there, Gem and the Rock, or is it Gem? What was her band? I was going to say Gem and the Rockers, but that was Barbie and the Rockers. And this color is Truly, Truly Outrageous Lipstick. Comment below if you can remember the name of Gem's band. I can't I should know this. I was a big gem fan. So that's the color. Let's try going in with that first. And it's very pink. Something really funny about these colors is I've gotten a few colors like this, more for fun or kicks and giggles or gags or whatever. And my husband is awesome. He will notice my makeup quite regularly. And it's these colors I don't think he'd like, but it's when I wear these type of colors that he really notices, and he'll comment that he likes my lips that day. And it always makes me laugh. So I don't know how this is going to turn out, but that's the fun part of challenges, I guess. So I have Jeffree Star's Velour liquid lipstick in Breakfast at Tiffany's. FYI, one day I will own something from Tiffany's. I love Tiffany's. I even love that song, Breakfast at Tiffany's. So it is, I think, the pretty much same color as the bluey teal on the picture. So let's see if I can do like an ombre type. I have no clue what this is going to do. Well now. This is also one of his liquid lips. It smells like root beer and I love it. Well, no, if that isn't the coolest color of purple I think I've ever seen. I love that. That might be a fun color to wear getting out and cutting my grass. So I have our final look. I'm definitely getting unicorn, mermaid, 80s type of vibes, but I think I nailed the colors from the picture. I wish the orange would have stood out a little bit much, but I think if I go in with much more, more is more. Let's go for it anyway. I'm going back. Well, I'm going back in with the not safe for work and see if I can make it appear a little bit more orange here. Go hard or go home, right? That orange is coming off very pink, but like I always say, we work with what we have. And I'm determined now. I have a mission. I'm gonna go back in with Vegas, heavy-handed. I wonder what my son is gonna think when I go to pick him up off the bus. Be like, Mom, what are you doing? You look like a My Little Pony. But my oldest son would be totally down with this. Well, that brightened up the orange. And with that, I think I'm gonna call that challenge completed. So, I had fun doing this. It was harder than I thought it would be. Don't forget to check out the description box and my links down below if you're interested, no pressure. But yeah, thank you for spending some time with me. I really appreciate it. Give a like and subscribe. And until next time, I love you all so much. Thank you so much. Bye.